I don't really think about failure very often, and I think partly because I'm not sure it matters to me or not. I've always had this notion in my head that if we work together and collaborate, we'll be better off at the end of the day.
Bruce Lourie is the recipient of the 2015 Outstanding Achievement Award. This award is given to a graduate who has achieved distinction in their field, and his integrity and ability inspire alumni, faculty, staff, and students.
Yeah, well, certainly my main focus is running the Ivey Foundation, which is a huge privilege for me. The Ivey Foundation is one of the oldest foundations in Canada, and one of the first foundations in the country actually to focus on environmental issues. For me, it's just been a fantastic opportunity to do so many of the things that I enjoy doing. Luckily, I'm able to get involved in quite a few other organizations and write books. It's really nice to see that these organizations have thrived, to see that they're growing and expanding. Working on Slow Death by Rubber Duck, we were pretty conscious that we were acting as our own human guinea pigs in the writing and research for the book. But the one thing that we always kept in mind was we weren't doing anything differently than what thousands or hundreds of thousands of Canadians are doing every day, which is exposing themselves unwittingly to this mix of chemicals in everyday products. And I'm fortunate that I've seen a lot of the things I've been working on succeed, and I get a lot of energy out of that. And so for me, the combination really is trying to understand how all of that comes together to make change and to have influence in Canada on environmental issues. I work with some really remarkable people. You can't not be inspired to want to make it all work. You have to motivate people and give them a sense that they can do things and make a difference themselves. And once they start doing that, and once governments and businesses see that people are motivated to start acting and making certain choices, then typically they will follow. Without hesitation, York University was really a mind-opening educational experience for me. You know, one of the amazing things was being exposed to things like communications and political science, small p, politics, things that I wouldn't have ever imagined when I was a geology student I would ever use or ever really, care about, and yet 20 years later are probably more the things that I'm doing than anything, right? It's understanding how to communicate and having that sort of small p political sense of how you change things. One of my favorite experiences was taking an Arctic ecology field course on Baffin Island. It was just brilliant. Jack Ellis was one of the professors that I remember fondly, who was my master's thesis advisor, and I think provided that kind of pragmatic side of academia that I also found really helpful at the Faculty of Environmental Studies. Always be asking questions. It's really important to, I think, always challenge and question those biases and stick to your instincts around what you think might be right.